quite heavy traffic. Then suddenly my car stopped accelerating. And I was like, oh fuck. It was getting to about 2,000 revs in second gear, that was it.
Yeah.
So it was going about 20-25 miles per hour on the motorway. So I had to pull over. I didn't pull over because I didn't want to stop on the motorway. If I could sort of find a slip road and get off the motorway, that was my kind of plan.
Yeah.
So I spent some of it driving on the hard shoulder, some of it like scatting out driving on the motorway. Managed to get off the motorway and was just trying to find a garage to stop at, and ended up on this dual carriageway for 10 miles up to a tiny little village in some called Usk, in north of Newport. And basically there was an MOT centre right by the garage, which was a bit of good luck. And the guy had looked, basically said my car was in limp mode. Something had gone, maybe the ECU had gone or something, but basically there was nothing he could really do. And to be fair, they gave me a free diagnostic and stuff. They were pretty sound there. They were just like, oh, let me see your car. Got the diagnostic machine out. I had a look at it. Even took off like some of the front, had a look, because this is after the crash I had. So just making sure there was, there wasn't any water damage to any of the electronics or something. But then after that, he's like, no, there's not much I can do. I couldn't get breakdown to come and get me, so I had to drive back from this village called Usk, which is like north of Newport, without using the motorway at 20 mile an hour max, all the way back to Swansea.
Loads of fun.
I didn't know which way I was going, so I had to put my sat-nav on, which on my old phone didn't work. It only worked within about 400 metres. So you could drive past the right turn for about 400 metres before it was like, oh, you're actually on the wrong turn, sort of thing. And it was dark and it was raining, and I was shitting myself the whole way, because I was literally going up these these quite big A roads in like pitch black, rain driving, at like 15 miles an hour. Uphill it would go about 5 miles an hour. I had no power. With my hazards on, just hoping no one was going to fly around the corner and smash into the back of me. Once I got up to I think I got to Merthyr Tydfil, and then up towards the top of the Swansea Valley. Coming down then was obviously, it was a lot nicer. I could let the car roll. I was getting up to like 50 miles an hour going, yeah! But it took me I left the house at 12, I got back at 8 PM, and all I'd done is gone to Newport and back. And my mum was like, well, that was a good journey, wasn't it? I got some cider on the way back.
Oh, there we go.
So it took me 7 hours to get some cider. But
7 hours, right. Nice.
But yeah, that was fucking sketchy as shit.
Which is one of the funniest journeys I've had. In fact, it's kind of apt for right now. I was redoing my lifeguard.
Yeah.
And I've been working at Brands Hatch.
Oh, nice.
So, South London,
we'd
been over there, and we've been doing the triathlon event in Sandown Races as well. So we've been between Brands Hatch and there, doing one and the other. And I came back and I'd bought my uncle's old car off him. And it was like, he'd been sitting there for a couple of years, Peugeot 205, 1.9 turbo. Really nice little car, fantastic, racing little car, but it hadn't been used in ages, We got it, put it through the MOT, it was fine, went through the MOT without problem. I got it insured, then left it in North London in Potter's Bar, where the headquarters for Buff works, that's who I was working for, And we went off to our thing and got absolutely caned, and it was the week where it was really hot, and we'd been skateboarding as well, so all that same week, Then I got back Sunday night, after working, and been caned all weekend, It was like, got back to the thing, was like, I've got to drive from here to Lusty Gaze in Newquay.
Oh, fuck,
So it's fucking one hell of a drive, like.
Yeah.
I was like, right, okay, off I go. So I set off, and there's massive amounts of traffic, Sunday night traffic, going around the M25,
Yeah, that's the issue with the M25, you can't avoid traffic.
Exactly, but I got onto it from Potter's Bar, sat on it for like an hour, and then was like, fuck this, I'm getting on an A road. Got off, went to get on an A road, go round, went the wrong way and came back on the other side of the motorway, going back the other way. It was like, Then an hour and a half later, ended up back at Potter's Bar again, was like, It had cleared a bit, so I got back on the motorway, carried on. Then where the M4 merges with the M25, you end up with like 8 lanes, And I'm driving along, I've got my best gun in my car as well, because the surf was picking up that week, so I was going to stay to do my lifeguard, then stay on to surf. And so I got my favourite gun, my Spowie from J-Bay, and I was like, fantastic. And then I'm lining up, and the traffic stops in these 8 lanes, and we're completely stationary for like 10 minutes. Then it all starts moving again. I go, and there's no gears. There's no gears at all, there's nothing. The car's revving, and the head's come off the gear lever. So there's nothing, I can't get it into gear. So I was like, shit, cars start to move. So I was like, fuck. Grabbed my surfboard, jumped out the side, jumped onto the central reservation with the hazards on.
Yeah.
Standing on the central reservation, phone 999, was like, look, I've had to leave my car in the middle of the motorway and traffic's speeding up again now. What do you want me to do? And they're like, we've got no units in the area, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's going to be a serious accident because people are just overtaking, trying to get round it. So then I said, can you get on the two-way radio? There's a breakdown truck I can see on the next bridge, I can see its orange flashing lights. Get on their radio band and see if you can get them over there. And luckily they did.
Oh, no.
He came in, then he parked his truck behind mine. He was like, in you get. So I had to run across the motorway with my board, jump back in my car, and then he pushed me. So he was just pushing me from behind, and I steered off the motorway there. We got off, then he hooked me up and towed me down to the next exit. I got to the next exit, he had a look, and he was like, we're going to have to get the breakdown lorry, because you won't fit on the back of this, because it was a little tow truck thing.
Yeah.
But what we did do is get a massive sledgehammer and slam the rod back on again anyway.
Okay.
Then he said it's going to be about an hour wait, so I was waiting underneath this reservation, and all I had was all the old stickers from Buff, from the event I'd been to.
Yeah.
So I spent 2 hours and stickered the whole car in Buff, so it was known as the Buffmobile,
Nice,
so I just buffed the whole lot. And then the lorry driver got there, checked my membership card and was like, oh, you're not covered for this. You can pay 200 quid, or you can... And I was like, oh mate, like, alright, well I'll try and drive because it moves, so I can drive it now. Yeah. So then I drove back and I got to Dorset where my mum lives, and it was like 1 in the morning. I was like, look, can I come in and crash, because I'm going to get to Newquay and I'm just going to be buggered. So I crashed there, woke up at like 6, drove down to get to the lifeguard course, and because of the storm coming, they cancelled the
no.
So I got down there and I was like, and then my mate who I was supposed to be staying with was going to meet me the night before, to give me the keys to his place, and then he'd had to go. So he'd had to go that night before, so then I didn't have anywhere to stay, and I was like, oh shit. Phoned up all my mates in Newquay and none of them were around. I was like, oh my god, because it was like mid-September as well, I think. And I was like, oh, what? So I had a surf, and then was like, fuck it, I'll drive back to Swansea. Like, what's the point? So had a massive blunt. Was like, I just get really caned, and as I'm driving back, the storm hit, and it's hitting, and the car was all over the motorway, like, oh my god, the whole time, and I was like, oh Jesus, this is crazy. Like, got to Cwmbran, and my eldest Seb was there with his mum, and he was like 1 at the time or so. So I pulled over there to go and see them for a cup of tea and have some lunch. So I stopped to see them, and then when I walked back out to look at my car, the front tyre was completely flat. So it hadn't been the wind at all. I've been driving
you've been like sliding all over the
just pulling, because I thought it was the wind, and it was. I could see cars moving because of the wind, but it was that I had a flat tyre, so I was like, oh fuck it. So I changed the tyre, was like, oh great, amazing. Got in the car, was like, right, I'm just straight run home now. Came onto the M4, as I'm driving along, the traffic's slowing, so I went to put the clutch down, the clutch won't go down, and I'm stuck in gear, and I can't get out of gear. So I stamped on the clutch really hard, and all I heard was ping, and it wasn't the clutch.
Oh.
It was my lanyard on my keys.
Oh,
it caught around my foot, and I'd stamped on it and snapped the key off in the ignition, so now I couldn't turn the car off. And I'm like, oh shit! I pulled off the motorway. It was like, I can't stop the car, and I've got literally like I've got like 5 quid's worth of fuel in. So then I was like, back on the motorway, 5th gear. You just sit at like 50 the whole way back, got all the way back home, and then I get back home, and I'm like, oh great, pull up on my road, there's a really steep hill in Swansea, pulled up on the road, was like, oh, what am I going to do? Went to pull the handbrake on, the handbrake just goes twang, so the handbrake's gone as well, so now I've got a car with the gear shaft keeps popping off, there's no key to turn it on, there's no handbrake, and as I opened the door, from then it started getting better, because I opened the door, and there was a massive brick on the side of the road, and I was like, oh, brick under the wheel there, car in gear, car turns off, car turns on. And then from that moment on, I left as much rubbish in the car as possible. I could never lock the car, anybody could start the car, nobody ever touched it, ever, because it was so yellow and bright, nobody would go near it. But it was open the whole time. I had it for like, well, the rest of the MOT for another like 10 months or something, and it was fine, not a problem with it. And in fact, my ex-partner's dad
Yeah.
mate took it and made it into a go-kart engine. The 1.9 engine is this like sand dune buggy
Nice.
thing, and it's still
Yeah.
it was still going last time I heard.
Fuck me, that